Well, good day, my friends. It's your old pal, Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? I hope you said well. I'm doing great. Today, we have an awesome vlog I've been actually trying to do for over a year. Eric Singer put me in touch with a friend of his that has some really amazing actual real memorabilia of Elvis Presley and Kiss, and he's gonna show it to us today. Daze with Jordan the Lion. It begins right now. This is incredible. Don't tell me that this is actually Elvis's real stuff, Gino. You really have Elvis's guns and you have
absolutely
Elvis jewelry. Glasses. I did see you let Vanilla Ice and Gene wear his glasses. That's pretty cool. So you're a big time Elvis guy too, huh?
Yeah, I just put a crazy ring this weekend that's not here yet.
Eric told me he said you were all excited because you got one of the military shirts also. Did that happen?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have his here. I'll get it. I'll grab it.
Look at these, man. These are amazing.
I won't do anything with it, but I do want a picture of it.
Look at these rings. Elvis's rings.
This I bought from his cousin, Patsy Presley.
Wow.
Whoa. That is so cool.
Yeah, it came right from his cousin, Patsy Presley. That's all some of his items. Is that badass?
I mean, that's just like...
Has the pants also, of course.
Oh, wow, you got the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't have the hat, though, which would have been cool, which would have been separate.
I'd give you time. You'll find it.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's the cherry on top of a great Elvis collection.
Oh, yeah, very cool.
That's the exact one that we saw today. That's so cool.
So when I went to the Hard Rock Vault, where they keep everything, they had, some of Kiss's stuff out and Elvis's stuff out for me to tease me. And they had one of these, and I had a heart attack.
Well, you know what you got to get. We went to the one in Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah,
they have his pajamas on display right now.
Oh, do they?
Blue pajamas.
Gotcha,
those you got to get.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Man, what all they have that you wanted?
You know Chase?
No, I don't.
Okay, well he's the guy that runs everything. He's the.
I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to.
He was supposed to come last Thursday. He never came, and I actually forgot. I just thought of it.
Because they have everything. They have like Nirvana, the guitar that Nirvana smashed in Smells Like Teen Spirit and everything.
I think they have 13,000 guitars. I mean, you can't imagine. It's a giant, giant warehouse, 50,000 square feet. I mean, gold records, they have to have a couple thousand of them.
Yeah.
Cars and motorcycles and the Yellow Submarine and just...
Wow.
It's so amazing. The second floor is all costumes. And it goes from Elton John to...
we saw some Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury stuff in there. I mean, that's like really sought after.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, yeah.
They had the white pants with the red stripe that Freddie Mercury used to wear.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't believe when we saw those.
Just amazing, yep.
Oh, wow. Elvis's actual shades.
Sure.
Jordan?
I can put one on?
Sure.
Oh, my gosh.
Jordan.
Look at that. The actual TCB glasses. Holy cow.
So, here's what he wanted to sell me. These are really incredible to wear. I almost wonder. Yeah, I was gonna say they feel a little foggy to me, so they're prescription. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. I never thought in my life I'd get to wear an actual pair. I see there's one pair for sale on eBay going for 25 grand right now, and I can't afford that. So these are the older pair, and you said 1975, and he wore those. These are 75. These are probably 73. And you said there are pictures of him wearing this pair in the Madison Square Garden. Oh yeah, tons of them. That's incredible. And it's the only one. These are the only one that only has 3 holes, where the others have 4. Which, stupid little thing, but hey, that makes it unique. And then of course the classic. He always liked the. They kind of started out as the gas station pair. He liked those, and then they got them made quality. And then I've never seen just the lightning bolt necklace. I've seen the TCB before, but I've never seen just a lightning bolt. What it said was that was before he added the TCB. Oh, okay. Wow. Yep, which kind of blew me away. That's amazing. And then you have the handgun, and that's really beautiful. Isn't that cool? That is amazing. Have you ever shot it? I haven't. Oh my gosh. That's the one thing I probably would do. If I had an Elvis gun, I'd have to fire it once. What they told me was actually Elvis was planning to have a holster made so he could wear it, but it never happened. Can you imagine? That's nuts. Actually. Yeah, that is awesome. Gino, what a collection, man. I can't thank you enough for letting me see this. So this is a crazy story. Paul's been playing this for about the last 6 years. It's the only purple one he's had, and it's been one of my favorites for a long time. So I asked Keith and Fran if Rest in peace, Fran.
Rest
yeah.
in peace. Yeah, I mean, that's...
So sad, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what an awesome guy. So I asked if Paul wanted to sell this. They said, yeah, it's yours, but he's not ready to sell it yet. And I said, okay. So time goes by, and I inquire about it 3 or 4 times. And he's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. So one night, it's about 1 in the morning, and I'm sleeping, and I sleep with my pillow, my phone, like right on my pillow on vibrate, in case I have a problem with my businesses. So about 1 in the morning, it starts buzzing. I look, it's Eric Singer, and he says, "Send me a picture of your purple Lamborghini right away." I'm like, it's 1 in the morning. So I send him the picture, and he in turn sends a picture back of Paul holding this guitar. He says, "What do you think?" I said, "It's beautiful." I said, "I've been trying to buy it for about 6 months." So he says, "You really want to buy it?" I said, "Yeah." The phone rings. He goes, "Gino, Paul wants to talk to you." So he puts Paul Stanley on the phone. He goes, "Gino, you really want, you really like it? You want to buy it?" I said, "I'd love to have it." And so he threw a price out. I agreed, and he goes, "All right, I'll take care of it tomorrow. It's yours." So I go back to sleep, and when I woke up in the morning, I thought it was a dream. Eric Singer calling me in the middle of the night, putting Paul Stanley on the phone to sell me a guitar I've loved for 6 years. Has to be a dream. So I checked my text messages and saw it wasn't a dream. So it's actually pretty exciting.
That's amazing. Are you a player yourself? Have you ever played any of these?
No, I can't play anything.
Do you? Would you ever consider picking it up just to play, or?
I would. I'm very uncoordinated. I've tried playing this. I've tried playing the drum set, and I'm just not very coordinated.
What got you into Kiss?
Since I'm a little kid, all my friends, when I was 7, 8 years old in New York, that was they were the shit. And all the years staring at the album covers, and so to have some of this stuff is just, especially like the Destroyer drum kit, I had to stare at that picture 100,000 times. Every other band had 5 or 6 drums, and then you had Peter with 25, and I just thought it was the coolest thing, and now I'm lucky enough to have it.
That's so cool, man. I love that you have this stuff.
This one right here is the, Paul's back with Gibson, and this was the Gibson he's been playing for this tour. And so I ended up buying it. And what's cool is it came to me right from the tour. And if you look at all the schmudge and fingerprints and crap, so when when they sent it to me, Keith says, "We didn't wipe it off, because we were leaving the show." But he goes, "I thought you might want it with all his fingerprints and sweat and slobber all over it." I'm like, "Absolutely." I mean, that makes it even more cool. So that's the story on that one.
So Gino just walked us into a magical Kiss room that I think anybody in the band would envy because every one of these guitars he got from the band. And these are epic. I mean, we're not talking about, you can go to the show now and you can buy Gene's bass from that show or Paul's guitar from that show. But you can't buy the guitar that he has played for years. Now it's amazing to see this. This is something that Gino just got. This is actually the real original Destroyer kit. Kiss's drum set. Peter Criss played for the Destroyer tour. He just got it, just hired one of Peter Criss's drum roadies to come and set it all up. They cleaned it, everything is perfect. And he said the only thing that is missing from this whole thing that's not original is the throne. And he actually had that throne made. It looks exactly like everything else, but he said the real throne is at the Kiss Museum in Las Vegas, the Kiss Mini Golf. And he said no matter how hard he tries to get it, they won't part with it yet. So he's hoping that at some point they'll sell it to him and he can send them that one or something because he just wants to complete the set. But when he got it, he said it actually had mold on it and various stuff, but they also sent him all of the extra pieces to the drum that Peter didn't end up using. But how cool is that to see? It's a pretty extensive kit. And then here's a picture of Ace and Gene here hanging out at Gino's house with Gino. And over here, if we take a very ginger step past the Jackson Flying V, to the Kiss drum case. The signed drum head by Ace Frehley and Paul Stanley on here on the wall. To Gino, thanks for the hospitality, Ace Frehley. Gino, you're a powerful and attractive man, Gene Simmons. So look at some of the basses he's bought off of them. These are all stage used. He had the hands made to hold the basses. Almost all of them are signed. That's I think that's the BC Rich. Or no, that's Paul's guitar. With a whole inscribed message to it. I'd never seen this one before. That one's actually signed by Eric Carr, and it has a Creatures of the Night pickguard. And down here, another one of Gene's basses. This must be fun for some of you watching this right now that have been going to Kiss concerts since the 70s to get to see some of this stuff, because there's one of Ace's actual boots with part of his costume. And this, Gino told me a great story about this double neck guitar. He said that the paint job was actually flaking off of it like 20-30 years ago, and Ace Frehley sent it to Gibson to get refinished and get fixed, and it never came back. He never got it back. And he had inquired about it, asking about it back in the day, never really got a good answer. And then he brought it up recently to a friend of his that knew someone at Gibson, and mentioned that he, didn't know whatever happened to this guitar. He used to play it a lot. And then it turns out there's a new head of Gibson that did some investigating, and they found out there used to be a old factory that they used to send off stuff to get refinished and worked on, and the place had closed down and had a bunch of stuff in storage there in the building, and they went looking and actually found this 20 years after it had been lost. So Gino was lucky enough to be able to buy this as well. Pics from the tour that they were played on. Very cool. There's one of Gene's axe basses. Then I'm gonna have to show you, he had some custom built cases like this one for some of his items. That's one of Gene's boots. One of the original boots. You can see it split right up there. It's kind of falling apart. And another one of the basses. This one was from, it's serial number 001. And down here, one of his smash guitars from the show in 2012. Here you can see that's definitely Paul's guitar by the neck. The Flying V that we walked in and just walked past like it was nothing. It's crazy when you can see somebody's collection that is so vast that you're actually stepping past things and not even acknowledging what they are. Look at that bass. Dream big, work hard, and play hard. Always believe in yourself. Gene Simmons. And then this one actually has the dried rose that must have been used during the performance. And that's also a smash guitar. And down here he has a couple of the Gene Simmons vaults. Gene put out special collections. I think these things were like, I want to say $5,000 or $7,000 to buy them. And if you bought the extra special package, I forget how much it was, the band, Gene would bring his band to come play at your house. So I thought that they had done that here, that Gino had done that, and he said no, he played in Miami, and then he came here with Ace and they hung out afterward and played at my house. How crazy is that? This is actually one of the very first Gene axe basses. One of the very, very earliest ones. Before he was putting his name on the top of them and everything. It's pretty amazing. And down here we have an Ace Frehley Les Paul.
I love how Ace always draws his little spaceship and everything on there. Then an Eric Singer signed drum head. Here we've got one of Paul's Flying V's. And then this, I've never seen this before. A Steve Carr guitar with Paul Stanley's name on the scaled neck of the guitar. And then it's got a little bit of the shatter look to it. Now these are all Ace's guitars. You can see there's Ace's name right there and on the headstock. These are so fascinating to see. And like I said, all the old pics from different tours. And then those are all Gene's basses up there. Look how early that one is. You can tell just by the studs and everything how early.
The Vault. I went to New York with Gene and helped him edit it. And we're at Electric Lady Studio. That's why if you look at inside the vault, my name is on as executive producer.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
I'm Gene Simmons. Yeah, that's on all of them.
Oh yeah, yeah, on the far left.
So when he came to my house after the Vault experience, he came to the house. I invited Ace over, which was really cool. We had lunch and they played together in my living room for about an hour and a half. And it was actually the first time that they played together in 18 years. And it was in my living room. So it was just like so awesome. So when they brought me another Vault and as a gift, and Gene knows that I have this boot. You know, from back in the day, I bought it at the Butterfield's auction. I only have the one. You know, I've been looking for another pair, which is impossible to find. But Gene knew I had that. So the day he came to my house, he said, let's open the vault and see what your gift is in the vault. He goes, you know, you can look at it later or now would be good. So I opened the vault up and in the bottom door down here, he put gifts from Gene. And it was something personal, something that Gene owned. Well, I opened mine and I pulled this bag out. And I'm like, would you give me a laundry? You need me to wash it? And he says, young man, you don't know what you have there. He says, you can put that on eBay and buy another house with the money. He says, back in the day, we were touring a lot and my feet were getting blisters from the boots performing every night. And it was very uncomfortable and I couldn't walk, and I thought about, you know, going without the boots for a minute, just for a minute. And then one of the crew guys came in and gave me a pair of these white socks, because I always wore the black thin socks, and gave me a pair of white socks, and I put them on and they were so comfortable that that's all I wore. And these are the actual socks that I wore in your boot. So now you have the socks to go with the boot.
Wow, that's
Pretty cool,
really
right?
cool. Yeah. Did you ever hear, I know he gave Eric Singer one of those vaults. Did you ever hear what he signed the vault to Eric and what his gift was?
I don't remember.
I asked him one time, I said, what was your gift? He said, nothing. It was empty. Gene gave me one that was empty. And he goes, and he signed it, blow me, Eric.
I believe it. This was in so fragile. So I had
That's the
Billy
original
Baker,
Destroyer drumhead.
so I had Billy Baker make like a thin bass drum, and we put the head on it so it could stay up there and not get damaged. It already has some cracks, you know, it's 40 whatever years old.
Yeah.
So
God, it's beautiful though. Look at the wear and tear
Isn't
on
that
like
crazy?
the S and everything from
Yeah.
touring and the brakes and everything. That's so cool. And then you showed us this. This just blew my mind. This freaking Ace Frehley.
This was the first guitar I bought directly from Ace, which now we're great friends and talk all the time. And this is his famous UFO guitar from when he plays New York Groove for 100 years.
Dude, that's
Made by
so
Steve Carr.
awesome. Wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
I love the cases that you've created to showcase them. I mean, that's just like that one and one we just saw. We'll show everybody in a little bit. These are just beautiful.
Okay, this is actually the most expensive guitar I've ever purchased. In fact,
Black Beauty.
I had a bunch of people tell me that I broke the record for the price of a guitar, which made me feel like a schmuck. But, but this is a actual, not reissue, it's an actual 57 Les Paul, which is very rare by itself.
With all the dings and everything over here from playing, that's kind of cool.
Ace used this forever from back in the day, and this is the guitar that he shot his rockets from. So any concert you saw that he was shooting rockets with the Black Les Paul, this is it, which is pretty badass. And so at the beginning of the solo, he would play, and the one guitar would start smoking, which was this one. And
You've got the pair.
and it would get done smoking. Now you see, he had to put this padding on the back because he used to get burned all the time because it would get so hot.
Yeah.
So this is all insulation, so he won't burn himself. And when he played the guitar, it would start smoking, and then here's the hook. He'd hook it on a cable. It would get dark. You'd see the guitar flying in the air, disappearing. The light would go back on Ace, and he would come back playing that guitar. Then he would shoot the rockets.
Did you ever in your life think you would own the pair?
No.
The pair?
No, even in the auction, I wasn't buying the pair. I was going to buy one or the other, and I bought that one, which went for way more than I was expecting. And then at the end of the auction, this one wasn't sold. It didn't sell. So the guy from the auction called and he said, listen, I got him to lower the price a little bit. Are you interested? And well, I guess I don't have a choice. So I ended up buying the pair. And I also bought these two items, which I actually did pretty good on. I didn't know what these boots were. I knew they were old Paul boots. But it turns out these were the early Paul Love Gun boots. And really...
They didn't even know where they were, did they? Until you sent pictures?
No, some collector had them from up in New York that doesn't do any social media whatsoever. He has a crazy... All this stuff came from the same guy. Crazy collection. He had, I think it was 250 items in the auction. He's got another auction coming up in August. And nobody has seen this stuff because he's had it all for, 10, 20, 30 years. And nobody's ever seen it because he's not on the computer. Or he doesn't do any social media. He doesn't post any of his stuff.
So there's more stuff you're after at the next auction?
Yeah, some. Not, I like the guitars and I like the boots. I have to kind of...
I noticed no costumes. Do you not collect, that kind of stuff?
If they come available. I have a couple of pieces. I have, well, let's see. There's one of his prototype boots. There's his little thong that he wore with it. This I also got from the auction. This was Paul's.
Oh, nice.
This is his cape.
That's awesome.
That is amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Now, are you strictly a fan of the Kiss with the makeup era, or will you collect stuff from like Bruce Kulick, Eric Carr? How does your Kiss fandom?
I'm definitely the makeup era.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy one of Bruce's guitars. We've talked a few times. The ones that he was looking to sell were not really the ones that I was that excited about.
Yeah.
So we will do something with Bruce. We talk all the time, and we will do something. And but it was definitely the makeup Kiss.
I couldn't believe when I saw this, Gino, that you have one of Michael Jackson's actual Smooth Criminal fedoras with the makeup all over the hat. Are you a big Michael Jackson fan as well, or you just couldn't pass it up?
I like Michael Jackson like everyone, and it came up right. I just thought it was cool as shit. So, I bought that. I bought a lot of stuff spontaneous. In fact, I just sold it. Did you see Inglourious Bastards?
Yeah.
The knife that Brad Pitt used to carve the SWAT. I had that knife. It just sold last week at a prop store auction.
Wow.
You got to kind of pick your battles on when you're going to collect, because obviously in the Kiss world, if I started collecting the garbage pails and makeup and all, all the little, keychains, I'd go nuts.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing about it is, to other people, those items might have a real big, that might be their dream item. And if you don't care about it anymore, you've owned it for a while, why not let it go out to someone that'll take care of it?
Absolutely. Like in my other vault, which I know it was planned, but I got this pillow, which is from, I think, 1976 Australia, and it was never released. And it's actually worth like $2,000.
Yeah, for a freaking, and you can sell that. Buy it now.
I made a deal. John 5 helped me get Peter's signature, and he's helping me get that guitar. So I told him, if you make things happen with Peter, this is yours. So John 5 has this in his collection, so when I see him, that's his.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can we show the bass in there that you got of Gene's?
Which one? Yeah, of course.
We mentioned your amazing cases that you build for some items. This is double Gene basses. What are the stories with these?
Gene's own played basses, and they were actually some of the first ones that I bought.
Covered in blood.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That one I've never seen that scaly one.
Yeah, that's they call it the dragon bass. That's pretty cool, and it's chrome, so it's people love that one.
I'd never seen one before. I mean, I guess he doesn't play them live or anything anymore, but wow.
Yeah, he played it live when I purchased it, and so I could get the photos and stuff.
So there's one of Slash's top hats signed with the art and everything. Rock and roll, that's so cool. I love Slash. I was always a big Guns N' Roses fan.
Yeah.
How old would you guess? Do you know what era?
Well,
96?
I know it came from when Nicky got divorced from his first wife.
Oh, wow.
She sold a bunch of stuff to a collector, and this is one of the items.
Were you a big Motley Crue fan as
I
well?
like Motley Crue, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Here's
Especially
one
with
of
them
his
doing
newer basses from, mid-2000s, early 2000s. He always wrote like inspirational things on them, and I have to look at the papers. It's hard to see, but he wrote on both of them these inspirational quotes.
Oh, to Casey Kasem from Muhammad Ali? Wow.
No.
Or who signed
Yeah, to
that?
Casey from Ali. They're very, old, early 70s.
That's really cool.
And I bought these from the Casey Kasem estate. This one says it all to you. Hard to see.
Yeah, they faded a little bit, but wow,
Yeah.
what a purchase.
They're pretty cool.
Bit of a guitar case collection up here. Holy cow. And a lot of Paul Stanley Pumas. Got a lot of those.
Yeah.
I got a pair of those too. Man, that is so cool. Wow. They just keep going, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
What I love about your collection, you have a lot of stuff, but you don't have it all over the house taking over the house.
I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. There was an auction, and it was pre-bidding, and middle of the night, I probably, I don't drink, but sometimes I think ZQL, and so I put a lot of bids in on a bunch of stuff, and I actually bid on that because I thought it was a cool guitar. Well, I didn't get the other, there was a couple of Kiss guitars. I missed the auction. I was doing something I forgot. And I didn't get the Kiss guitars. I totally forgot about it. Well, a month later, I get a box. It shows up. And I open it up, and it's this guitar. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
What did I
So
buy?
I look at the paperwork and all, and it turns out that my proxy bid won the freaking auction.
And you have
they
to
have my
use-
card on file.
Yeah.
I never knew it, and it showed up. So I didn't get the stuff I wanted. And one other thing, I just put a bid in because I thought it was cool and really wasn't planning on buying, I ended up with. So,
We gotta see it.
okay, sure.
That's awesome. So it's a beautiful Taylor guitar. And you said that it was, you bought Eric Clapton's guitar.
Yeah, it's got a hand-signed letter from him and everything else. It's from his collection and one of his personal guitars.
That's nuts.
Pretty cool.
That's beyond eBay bidding. That's
Yeah, I was, it's cool, but I don't want to say I was bummed because it's cool, but it was more than I would have really liked to have spent and didn't think I was going to get it and ended up with it. You know what I mean? But it's very cool.
might be a good trade piece for you for another item in the future too.
I'll put it in the right auction. It's, again, I got to collect what I collect.
Look out there by the pool, the topiary bear. Great. So check out this room. Now we're checking out Eric Singer's kit. To Gino, you rock my world.
And what's really cool, if you look over here, He told me how he used to forget the lyrics and verses, so look on the drum heads.
Oh, that's great. That's so cool. And he did them over on those heads as well. All of them. And he even signed the cymbals and everything for
He signed
you?
everything, yeah.
Pretty cool kit. Wow. And then I couldn't help but notice that you had all this boxing memorabilia back here, and you have the trunks. It looks like you have Evander Holyfield's trunks, boxing gloves, and fist wrap, and then also his mouth guard.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and then up here are the fist wraps from the Riddick Bowe fight. It's a pretty amazing collection. Wow. And there's Cassius Clay with the Beatles in Miami.
Years ago, with a bunch of famous people.
He's talking about Burt Young from Rocky. Gino said he was friends with Burt Young from Rocky, and here he's got several pieces of his artwork here on display, which is pretty cool. Pretty good painter. Just wouldn't be a day without seeing Gene's tongue.
Out of a casino in Japan.
Here's the original Kiss pinball. And then check this out. He just got this.
It's out of a casino in Japan.
That won't get annoying after a while in your office.
You hold it and all the balls start coming in. Every time it goes into the start, it gives you like one play. So the more balls you get, the more it spins.
Oh, interesting. Never seen that before. Holy cow, you have everybody.
Black Tommy Morrison also.
I'm seeing right there Joe Frazier.
Mm-hmm. It's Tyson to the right.
Yep, Mike Tyson.
Marvelous
Leon
Marvin,
Spinks.
Vinny Panzienza.
Muhammad Ali. Another Muhammad Ali.
Foreman.
Larry Holmes and George Foreman.
Moran is Lennox Lewis.
Oscar De La Hoya. Wow, man.
Riddick Bowe.
Anybody you don't have that you're still looking for? Like, do you
I'm not
collect
looking. Yeah, I don't collect
Jack
them
Johnson
anymore.
or
I don't collect
anybody?
them anymore. This is years ago. My crap just sitting here.
Evander Holyfield. Huh. Vinny Paz. Wow. Great collection, man. That's so cool. Riddick Bowe. Look at that. Evil Knievel doing a jump.
Yeah, here it is.
And
Oh,
that's-
DJ
that's
Cal
signed.
Heed. Cal, whatever his name is.
Oh, that's so cool. Paul Tuttle from Orange County Choppers made this table for Gino. He's got his little seal right there.
Yeah, actually,
It's pretty cool, man.
let me get the keys for next.
That's beautiful. Look at that.
Got a Kiss motorcycle.
Actually won it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And
a
signed by
raffle
everybody.
that Tommy Thayer had at his winery. And I bought raffle tickets and won it.
That is beautiful.
That's awesome, man. Gosh, and it's never been ridden by
I
you.
don't know, I never wrote it. I never even started it.
There's Gene and Eric's autograph.
Yeah, they're all on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Tommy and Paul. Yeah, that's really cool.
Pretty cool, huh?
This one's by a really famous bike designer, Jesse Rook, who passed away a couple of years ago. These are really sought after. And Gino has one.
Yeah, and I bought them by accident. A buddy of mine took them on trade. And what happened was, because they're custom bikes with custom titles, you can't bring them to Canada.
unless you do something. So the guy took them on trade and didn't want to deal with it. So he ended up selling them to me like cheap. Because I didn't even know what they were. And I posted them online and people were like, oh my God, you know what those are?
It's beautiful.
200 miles on it. It's something crazy.
He said this bike was bought by Elizabeth Taylor for Richard Burton, Harley Davidson.
It's another thing I bid on and didn't want in one.
Beautiful. This thing?
Yeah.
You didn't want it?
No, no interest whatsoever.
Wow. That is super cool, man. Wow. What year is this, do you know?
73. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not 8. I think you know I had to check it out. I think 83 maybe.
Wow.
God, I don't remember. 78. I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have a file for it though. I can let you know.
Well, my friends, we're gonna call it a day. I hope you enjoyed meeting Gino and seeing his amazing collection. I cannot believe that I got to touch and wear Elvis's sunglasses, his jewelry. I got to see all that stuff today and share it with you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you all for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe. Please hit the like button for this video and please ring the bell for notifications. We'll see you all next time. Have a great night and goodbye.